So we come to our next bit of track action. We now switch to the women, and we have the 1500 meters first round. Possibly comparing it to the steeplechase, a more straightforward qualification, or should be, for the top women, in that from the 3 heats we have no less than 6 in each, and then another 6 on times to advance to semi-finals. The great, I can call her that I think now, Genzibi Dimbaba, the world lead with that fantastic new record of 3 minutes 50.07. We don't get world records very often on the track, but I think Steve and Rob, we were all very, very impressed by Genzibi Dimbaba.
It was an absolutely incredible performance, and you wonder, you know, what is there to stop her doing the 15,500 double?
Well, a lot of other athletes, but yes. But having said that, I think she is obviously a class apart at the moment. And what a family that is, though.
Right,
well, two sisters.
We'll pick her up in the later heat, but there is the lineup for the first of them. Now, the biggest names there, we've got Shannon Robury, the very experienced American. Laura Muir, who's broken 4 minutes this year. They've make her the 2 fastest, the sub-4 minute athletes in this lineup. We just run through quickly from the outside. Melissa Duncan of Australia, then Lauren Johnson, USA, Akaoui, Morocco, De Salegny of the United Arab Emirates, Shagina, Russia, Corneo of Colombia, Sadu of Ethiopia, the youngster, Chep Komoy, and then we picked up Shannon Robury then, former bronze medalist at these championships, that no less than 6 years ago. She's come back, it seems, from 5,000 to 1,500 now. Please, Muir. Now, she's got a really gutsy run. She ran away from the field to win in Oslo, and she set a Scottish record in Monaco of 3:58.66. So that makes her one of the favourites after a disappointing championship season last year. And then Salol Ilnerina of Madagascar, their national record holder, goes on the inside. 6 to go through. Should be straightforward, but you never know in heats of a major championships like this. Quite a big field, though, with 12 runners. So they'll need to sort themselves out if they can. Stay clear of trouble above all else. That's what you need to do if you're one of the top athletes. So heat 1 of 3 of the women's 1500 meters on this first morning of the 2015 World Championships. So off they go. As I said, the big names here, Shannon Robury in the red of the USA, just tucking in though behind, Muir of Scotland and Britain. Duncan coming across from Australia on the outside, and they're just sorting themselves out at this stage.
I think Corneo of Colombia, the inexperienced, I suppose, is taking the lead at the moment and pushing the pace on, so it's a good rhythm.
Yeah, and she's had a very good year, because she's not only won the South American title, but she went on to win the Pan American Games. Although she doesn't have perhaps the fast times and so much championship experience, she's nonetheless a 4:09 runner, and she's won some major titles.
Well, I think she's doing the right thing. She's taking it through pretty fast, which is what we said previously in the steeplechasers they didn't do. So this could be a good move by her.
And the young Kenyan, Nancy Chepkomoy, former world junior bronze medalist, is also just tucked in there on the outside of Melissa Duncan, the Australian, who's in 2nd place at the moment behind Corneo. Robury then in 4th place.
Great run from Robury to break Mary Decker, or Mary Slaney, however you want to refer to her, break her national record from 1983 when she finished 3rd behind Dimbaba in that amazing world record at Monaco. And she's clearly back in tip-top shape, the American.
Well, I've been impressed with the American women over the last 3 or 4 years have really come on in leaps and bounds and really threatening the world to most of the middle distances.
Right, I was going to say they arguably have even better strength and depth over the 8 than they do at the 15. It's been an incredible resurgence for male and female middle and long distance running as far as the Americans are concerned.
Well, just looking at that leading group, the other one that I haven't mentioned so far who's up there is the teenage Ethiopian in their distinctive red and green colours, just in, well, tying with 4th place. And Muir of Great Britain is now making closer order, coming up onto the shoulder of the Kenyan Chepkomoy into 4th place. But it's still Corneo who leads, Duncan of Australia on the inside, And then just outside here, we've got Chepkomoy, Muir on the outside, Robury on the inside. But all pretty closely bunched at the moment as they come up to 800 metres in 2:12.82.
Respectable, yeah, this is not bad. This is a reasonable pace at the moment, and there's a good group of athletes still pushing it on, so this could be a reasonable time here for the first heat.
Caneo just needs to be careful because she's lost 2 or 3 metres, but in so doing, she's now become entirely boxed in on the curb as Muir is on the shoulder of the Kenyan. The Briton was another one to benefit from that great pace of Genzebe Dibaba. Second fastest British athlete of all time now with that 3:58.66. Only the double Olympic champion Kelly Holmes has gone faster in a British vest.
So in this first heat of the women's 1500 metres, they're coming up to the bell now. We've got 6 sure to go through. It's a closely bunched field. We've got Chepkomoy of Kenya on the inside of Muir of Great Britain. Just behind them is Robury of America, and then the young Ethiopian Sado in 4th place. But there's still, most of that group still in contention for these top 6 places as the young Kenyan, former world junior bronze medalist, pushes on with Muir running a very fine race at the moment, I have to say, in 2nd place. She disappointed in the Europeans and the Commonwealth last year, but she got some good times, and she's gone even better this year. So it's still those 2 at the head of the field, and Robury also looking good just behind them. Coming round the bend there into the home straight, it's 6 to go through, and indeed there are, well, probably 7 actually, going slightly clear of the rest of the field. Muir now kicking on in front, Sado just behind her. Robury still very much in contention, and Chepkomoy holding on to the inside. It's Sado of the Ethiopian who's coming through now. Some fast finishes here. There's a big group of them. Only 6 sure to go through. It's Sado in 1st place. It's Muir in 2nd. It's Chepkomoy in 3rd. I think I'm going to have to wait for the photo to sort out the whole contingent of that first 6. But it was a good race and a decent time, 4:05.40.
Well done, Peter. That was very close for the, well, I suppose, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th places in that race. Winning time, very respectable, 4:05 for a qualifying time in these championships. That was good for the first heat. Now, they've set the bar pretty high now for the other 2 heats.
I was just watching Lauren Johnson to see whether the American may have just snuck in for the 6th spot, stuck on the curb just on the right-hand side of picture there, but very sensible running there from Laura Muir. It was a great story when she won off the front in Oslo, because I think some of the East Africans thought she was there as a pacemaker. Well, she certainly hasn't been mistaken for a pacemaker here.
Well, here they come across the line, and as I called it originally, it's Sado, Muir and Chepkomoy. Then just behind, we've got Robury, Desaleni and Shagina in the cert places.
I was going to say, Peter,
she's
just got the last 6th
She
place.
did, she got 6th.
Yeah.
But I think we can expect, since it was a decent pace, probably some more of them on times when it comes to it.
But just look at this as they go through the line here.
Yeah, you can just see Shagina coming up.
Just getting it literally by a vest length, I suppose.